welcome to another episode of Techfanaticofficial crypto series, your guide to the cryptoverse. So today I'm going to talk about Legends of Mitra, and Legends of Mitra is coming soon. It's a multi-chain strategy tower defense game, and it's built on the Kalytn, Cronos, Alogrand, Vax, and Binance chain. So a lot of you may not be familiar with all these blockchains, but Kalytn network is a more an up-and-coming network. Cronos is also quite new, and it's going to have some games launched there. Algorand, probably some of you will know, is one of the top 30 blockchain networks. Binance chain, this is probably second most common network being used. And Vax. So Vax also, most people, especially if you're in NFT space, Vax. There's so many millions of NFTs there, and you can buy and sell NFTs at a very cheap price. Now the game is going to be free to play, and the Play2Earn game is basically going to reward players around the world with the MITA or MITA token. And depending on engagement you have in the game, you're going to earn more tokens. So it's going to be more affordable. Now, the main selling point is the Legend of Mitra and mobile gaming are a bit different. So the Legend of Mitra has the blockchain integration, and the incentive is designed to make sure people are rewarded based on the time they spend and the contribution to the game. And they call it the human mining. I like the term they use. So some of the projects, if you're not an early investor, if you don't have like an epic or legendary NFT, you would have a really difficult time to participate in the game and enjoy and actually get the rewards. Now, if you want to play to win and just play it, that's different. But if you want to make some money for your time, that would be a different case, and that would be a bit tough. So that's the situation with Legend of Mitra. They allow you basically to do the human mining and invest in the project with your time, not necessarily always with the funding. Now, the other difference is that the NFT part of the game, you have the heroes that you can collect for free or by purchasing, and it will completely belong to you. You can, and then you have the ability to transfer it or keep it or sell it basically. Now, they want to make a user-friendly game, which is simple to play, and they understand that the blockchain gaming is new concept. So it needs to be more straightforward and no limit on age of who's going to play. The idea is to have more users, because if you have more users, they're going to use more MITA token and more transactions using this token. It's going to be a bullish scenario for the project, because in GameFi, you need to have more and more people investing in the project, using the tokenomics of the project, especially for the NFTs. And you don't need to know so much about the blockchain functionality. So that's why also they're covering multiple blockchains to improve the accessibility. The way you can earn in this project is by fighting and winning the player versus environment. You can compete with the other players. You join clans and win in the clan wars. And then if you're in the top leaderboard for the project, if you are an investor, you could stake your MITA tokens for rewards. It could be NFT rewards. It could be additional MITA tokens. More news to come on that. And of course, if you are an NFT flipper, you can buy, collect, and sell that in the market. Now, the studio that makes these games, Gem Studios, is actually creating 3 more other games. So Angry Warlord, Dragonfly, and Legend of Mitra. I'm not going to go through them. I'm sure they're going to come soon in the next few months, and probably I'll join them and I'll do a video on those. But they're all having the same mission to make appealing games for casual gamers, to have the blockchain integrated, but at the same time, not to look ugly like some of the games that are coming right now, and have a good onboarding experience. Now, in terms of the game, the story I covered the last time as well. So you're basically under the curse of the Crimson Fell, and then you have the choice, because there are monsters in the game, you're forced basically to go away for your safety with your family. And then you have people who are survivors with you from the kingdom to support you and seeking refuge. And you have scouts that they're going to be located in different parts of the map in the land and hidden in the forest for you to provide shelter. This is the map of the game. And they can gather resources for you as well. Now, over time, you build a village, you grow, and you have to defend your people, and you send the scouts again to find spy on other people and find other areas. And the story is saying that your spy master will go to the court and see that the disturbing plots of the land being conquered by in the planet, and you plan and prepare to see if you want to go out as an all-out war basically, or you want to choose a different option. So you also have an option on the storyline. So there's a long story here, but the choice is option A: you engage in a big battle with her, or and hopefully you become victorious, and then the curse that you have will be ceasing. Or the second option is you offer to help her, and you will be teaming up with her and basically dominate the rest of the story. So you have the choice basically between the good and bad. And the game has the Crimson land, Crimson Flora is the more land filled with the crimson colored flora. So it's poisonous stuff and dangerous. And then they've got the curse, which is the story I mentioned, is the deadly plague that the humans get every 5 years. They have the guardians in the game. They are by gods and they're trying to protect the Mitra and its people. You have a massive castle in the center of the Exoterian Empire. You have the Exoterian Empire. And basically you can read through the white paper to see what each role is. In terms of the gameplay, there's the campaign mode, so player versus environment. And it's for the players who don't want to do the player versus player mode. And you can have 10 chapters and each chapter has 6 levels. So you can get more and more skills and develop your skills. Once you get more skills, you can do the battle mode, player versus player. And you can have different defensive options that you can acquire and use during the battle. And then you've also got the option of the combat mode, which is locked until you complete the 3 chapters in the campaign mode to get some experience, or you have to pay basically. So either you do the human mining bit that was mentioned, or you spend some tokens. And the clan mode is for people who want to be more community-based, have their own clans, like other clan-based strategic games. And you can do the clan raids basically. During the games, you have the 6 different types of force in the clan mode. And you have clay, stone, wood, and water as the material. You have the village, you have the town. And to build these, it reminds me of Age of Empires. To build these, basically, you need to have this much wood, this much stone, this much clay. For town, you need, triple the size of that. For a city, you need much more. For a province, you need more. Kingdom, empire. So you keep upgrading, which again reminds me a bit of Age of Empires. And then you have skills and towers. So you can purge, you have healing, you can scavenge, you can do the tower bit, and you can do more and more basically. You got the mage. And basically, these are the items you can use, and probably they're going to be in NFT format to do the fighting. Now, I also have the videos. You can go to Gem Studios on YouTube and see some of the preview of how the game is going to look like. But I'm not going to play it for a long time. But here you can see you have a marketplace. You have the items you have. You can upgrade them. You can see the ability of your players. And then you have the different levels in campaign mode. And this is how the map's looking like. These are the items you can use, and each item can be put in different parts of the map, and they have different functionalities for you. And you have, your health and other options. The graphics are quite nice, and I think it looks pretty nice compared to some of the other blockchain gaming that I've seen. And the game is not slow. It's just my video today is a bit slow. The gameplay, I've seen a demo and it's pretty good as well. And you can see that the sort of a tower defense mechanism here, they're attacking the players coming, but you also have the players. Again, a little bit of the Age of Empires type of game vibe, but of course, different story completely and different graphics. And the game is right now playable. So it's not something they're going to promise to build in 6 months' time. If you want to see more video of how they're developing, go to the Gem Studios. I'm going to put the link for you also in the description at the end of the video. In terms of the tokenomics, the token is cross-chain again across the networks I've mentioned. It's going to be used as utilized for Play2Earn, for winning the leaderboards. You can stake them, you can sell the NFTs, and also participate as the governance function. There's going to be a total of 200 million tokens distributed. And the order is there's going to be 25% for the incentivization of Play2Earn starting in Q2 2022. So in 4 or 5 months time, ecosystem is going to have 2.5%. Partnerships and marketing is 5%. Strategic round is 12.5%, which has 10% release on TGE, but then they have 5 months of cliff. That's a huge cliff to have. So they have to be really long-term investors. Seed, 10% TGE, again, 3 months cliff. Private is a bit more favorable, 10% TGE, 12 months vesting. And then you've got the public sale, which has 20% on TGE and 20% each month, which is quite common now for gaming. And advisors get 5% TGE and then 5 months cliff. The team members have 1 year cliff, 3 years vesting, and then there's going to be staking, 12.5%. So it's actually quite distributed. I don't see a skew towards anyone. The team members and advisors, less than 20% total. That's pretty good. Now, for the Play2Earn, there will be fee. 3% fee is charged for all transactions, and 20% goes back to the gaming pool. 10% token will be burned. 20% goes to the staking reward, and 50% goes back to the treasury. So they have a deflationary mechanism. And when you do auctions for your NFTs, you will also have 10% of this amount attracting a fee to be basically ensuring that there's a deflationary mechanism to battle the circulating supply that's going to increase as we go in time. And then you can buy the tokens via in-app purchase using debit and credit card. This is really good, right? Because you don't need to know blockchain to do this. You can buy it via Google Store and Apple Store, and then they do the crypto part of it. And then you can purchase it from crypto exchanges, centralized or decentralized. Platforms like Crypto Alley, they can do, Crypto Locally, they can do it for you. And the base price for this token in the game is going to be $0.7 US. And if the average price of the token increase above for an extended period of time, the price in the game will also increase to get this average price done. Now, depending on what you're going to use, you can do that. MITA tokens, also token in the game, will be getting 10% to 15% premium in the open market. Now, the other scenario that they have, so basically, they have the Play2Earn function here for the MITA token. So you have the raw score. Every 24 hours, the raw score is going to change, the gem score is going to change, and the reward score is going to change, and they have a halving mechanism. In terms of the NFTs, so these are the NFT items, the heroes and towers and resources in the Legend of Mitra LOM or NFTs. They're going to have limited drops, except the Doko will going to be given for free to people. So one of the characters, and all the heroes have these abilities. In terms of the roadmap, and what I like is, I like Trello. So I like that they also transparently are using Trello to show how Gem Studio is planning. But let's look at the more, I guess, fancy planning they're doing here. So they've finished up developing the levels in campaign mode. The smart contract is done. The website is done. The alpha mode is done. The bridge for token is also already done for NFTs. Alogrand also has been done. So Alogrand BSC is already there. And the private sale has been finished. Smart contract audit is finished. IDO is happening. I'm going to give you more info soon, but second week of Jan. The public playtest is going to happen after that. Again, I'm going to give you info on that. And then the MITA is going to be listed on decentralized exchange. In Q2, they're going to have public launch of Legend of Mitra game. So the first part of Q2, they're going to have the referral system, and they're going to have listing on the centralized exchange. And then you can have the gems swapped with the MITA tokens. And then Q3, you're going to have the guild system. You're going to have new heroes. And then player versus player mode is going to launch in Q4. So they're really going well in terms of the timeline. In terms of some of the good backers of partners they have, they've got Vax, again, for NFTs. They have Crypto Locally, which if you want to search, you can buy and sell local currencies there. So they're going to have, obviously, this project available there for sale as well. They're going to have Alogrand as well as a backer. So having blockchain as a backer is a really bullish thing, and something that really convinced me to invest personally in this project. You can also play this project on mobile. You can play this project on desktop as well. Now, In terms of backers, there are really strong VCs behind them as well, but I don't have information on all of them, so I cannot disclose those VCs. I can just disclose the partners. So Vax, Crypto Locally, Alogrand, and there is some exchange as well. Now, in terms of the team, they're also experienced in other projects. So if you go to Gem Studios, they've got Legend of Mitra, but they're also going to develop in the next few months Angry Warlord, which is more of a 3D runner game, and you're going to play a role of a warlord. It's going to be on Cronos network again, and then they're going to have Dragonfly, and this one is going to be on Telos. So this one is similar to Hydroverse to me. This one I haven't seen a similar game, and Legend of Mitra is the most unique game I can say they have. Now, in terms of the Legend of Mitra, they also have a fandom, which is good to see. Now, the other part I wanted to cover is their social media. So the social media, they have Twitter, and the Twitter, they have around 50K followers. They're very active. Right now, they're doing every day. So Kenna, who's the, I would say, team lead or CEO, is doing so many AMAs. Today, they're going to do another one with Wolfoner. They also are doing some giveaways. Contest is ending 25th of January. Make sure you participate. They did an AMA with CryptoRank, and they did another one as well, I think, a few weeks ago. Satoshi Club. Yes, Satoshi Club. They also did an AMA with them. So he's very active actually in doing AMAs, which is, and also top 7 ICOs. Some of the backers actually I wanted to cover: Kalytn, Maven Capital, Shima Capital, X21, OKX, Ice-T Labs, Exen Adventures, Algorand, Cronos, GameStation. So these are all pretty good backers to have. And ideal price is 0.06, which I'm going to cover actually during the launch part. So actually, it's a good time to move into the final bit, which is the launch part. So I covered the social media, which they have 50K on Twitter, and they've got 66,000 people on Telegram and around 20,000 people on the Discord. In terms of the launch, they're going to launch on the 9th of Jan. It's going to be on Redkite, Gamefi, and Oxbull, all really good launch pads. They're going to have an IDO price of 0.06 cents for the public sale, and the initial cap is going to be 787,000. I think it's really reasonable. So make sure if you can participate, you participate in this sale. And listing is going to happen the next day on the 10th of Jan. Beta testing is going to be on the 25th of Jan. Staking platform is going to be also on the 25th of Jan, as well as exchanging on the centralized exchange. So this is the sort of news that they have. In terms of how the market is going, look, the market today is not going super well. The market dropped a fair bit, and of course the gaming projects also dropped following that. But something like Legends of Mitra and something like this game that's going to be on very good launch pads, having 4 or 5 blockchain networks like Kalytn invested in them, and also having Cronos as well, having good backers, I don't think anything is going to go wrong. They have good graphics as well. Now, I would recommend you to do your own research. And they're doing AMAs, so participate in the AMAs, ask questions, and make sure you also watch their YouTube videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the last video I'm doing for 2021. And I wanted to wish you all a very happy new year coming in a couple of days. So make sure you stay safe as well with what's happening with coronavirus. And I hope you enjoy the time with your friends and family, because not everything is blockchain. And also, again, do your own research, because sometimes people say, hey, some of the projects are not doing well. I'm interested in gaming and Metaverse, and I'm trying to show you as much as I can in this space. And I only cover projects I invest in, but there's ups and downs in the market. But something, for example, like Legend of Mitra, being developed by a professional studio, good backers, and having a good gameplay, I think it's not going to lose. Now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like my videos. make sure you support me, because the more you support me, the more I can bring better projects for you. Thank you for watching my video. See you next time and Happy New Year.